Hi everyone, we had a big debate recently in our office. We're kicking off 2009, we all have big goals, and we were talking about something, and I want to kind of share this with you, and then you can make your own decisions. But starting out 2009, most people set out some goals, and if you're watching this, you probably have more time freedom, more financial freedom as one of your goals. That's probably a safe bet if you're watching this kind of thing. And so in 2009, you may be looking at buying some more little greenhouses and more red apartment buildings, right, as part of your plan to get you there. And we were talking about that in one of our meetings, and the topic came up of why do some people really succeed at doing this, and why do others kind of fail or go down like a little bit of a rabbit hole. And here's what we came up with, is that most people focus or base all their decisions when they're doing this kind of stuff on this. They focus on information. And that information can come from the Globe and Mail, the Toronto Star, anything on TV, CNBC, CNN, BNN, but basically information, headlines that are kind of thrown around the paper. So if they see a headline that it's a fantastic time to invest in a certain province, and last year Alberta was pretty hot, so I'll pick on them a little bit. It was really a good time to invest in Alberta. They'll see that information, and then they'll scramble to find a tactic. So after they see a headline, they'll say, oh my God, I need to jump on that bandwagon, and then they'll quickly try and find a tactic. So then they'll try and find a boot camp that teaches how to quickly flip a home, buy a home and flip it for profit, or how to rent out some condominium conversions, buy some apartment buildings and convert them to condos and sell them, and that's the tactic I'm going to use. So they quickly then pick a tactic and take some action on that tactic. And this is where most people get themselves into trouble, because the base of this is this information that's kind of given out to you, and you don't know the source of that information. Who is giving you that information? Where most people get really successful is that when they go a little bit deeper and they have a foundation underneath them, and that foundation is knowledge. So that instead of investing on information, some headlines that you see, when you start to focus on knowledge, then you can digest that information and kind of judge if it's good or bad, and then choose the tactic that is most appropriate to get you to your goals. And by knowledge, the things I'm talking about are understanding the effects that interest rates, as they go up or down, have on the economy. Or debt. So government debt and personal debt. So when the government has a lot of debt, what does that mean for that economy? Or things like inflation. Does inflation mean, for example, just that prices are going up? Or is something else happening to the value of that currency? So things like that, interest rates, debt, the monetary system, that's the kind of things that you want to base your knowledge off of, because that affects everything you do. When you have that solid base, you can make a really wise decision. And there's basically two ways to get that knowledge. It's books or mentors. So find a mentor that's kind of done this ahead of you and learn from them, learn from their experience, or read books. Books like The Millionaire Next Door, Rich Dad Poor Dad's Increasing Your Financial IQ. I think that's a fairly recent book within the last year. That's a good book, gives you a broader perspective. But then you're basing your decisions off knowledge and not just looking at some information. Whatever the next headline that comes across the paper, jumping on that information, picking a tactic out of your bag of tricks and taking some action on that tactic. Once you have this base of knowledge, you can really sleep easy at night, make the proper decisions, and it'll get you towards your goals a lot faster with more peace of mind. So that's it. Welcome to 2009.